Hi everybody. So before we start the episode, I just wanted you to know the first half may look a little different than the second half. This is a result of a faulty camera person. Me. I didn't run the video for the first half of the episode. So JP and I are getting together. We're reshooting the front side. So if you notice anything different, that's why. Please enjoy the episode. Thanks. Hi, and welcome to You Can Cook Anything with Bob and JP. I'm Bob.
And I'm JP. And today we're going to make apple butter. We think that this is a great fall recipe. It's perfect season for this. People are out picking apples, they're visiting orchards, going to their farm stands. Apples are everywhere here in New England. And this is a great way to use the apples that you're going to see in those places.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, one of the things that we were talking about is make sure when you're visiting these places, when you're doing something like apple butter or apple pies, that you take the time to ask them, hey, do you have any bruised apples? Because they'll sell them to you at a discount. This is a farm stand not too far from our house, and they grow lots of different vegetables and fruits. I encourage you, if you're local, to check them out. And if not, I encourage you to visit your local fruit stands and farmers. Supporting farmers locally is really important to your own community, so don't hesitate to go give them a visit, and don't be afraid of ugly fruit. I will tell you though, the fruit they had there was all really beautiful, and I had to actually ask them if they could go find me some bruised stuff. So they were nice enough to go dig out some stuff in the back. So yeah, definitely give them a try. Everything there was beautiful, and they carry ice cream, which was really lucky because my daughter needed some.
Yeah, and ice cream goes really well with what we're about to make today. So
let's get started, man.
Yeah, all right. So obviously the first thing you start out with here is apples. This is a really nice apple. It just happens to have a little bit of a bruise on it. We're gonna slice these apples. You need to slice and core them, but you don't need to peel them. You can peel them if you want, but this recipe will actually process the peels in a way that they're not really noticeable in the final product. So, shall we do that? Oh,
shall we?
I will do that. Okay, so I'm gonna core this by making by using my thumb to guide the knife and take out a little like cone from the top, and then I'm gonna do the same thing for the bottom, just using the knife at an angle. I'm gonna make a cone in the bottom, taking out the bottom of the core. Then I'm gonna just slice it in half, and then I'm gonna, again, not putting my hand underneath the apple, so I'm not pointing my my knife right at my hand. Take again another cone, and you'll get all of the core that way. You can tell I'm not that fast at this method.
Yeah, but that did a great job.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna slice each one of these into 4 so that it gets cooked. What I didn't mention is we're using the Instant Pot today. So by pressure cooking this, we're gonna save ourselves a lot of time. So we've already used a spiral cutter to core and cut most of the apples.
Yeah, so this is an apple slicer, corer, and peeler in one. I got this from my mother years ago. Essentially, you would stuff an apple on the edge after you suction it down on the table, and then you just turn the handle. This is the part here that does the peeling, which you can set the way I have it to not peel if you don't want to peel them. You can peel and you shoot it right through there, and you get cored out, a nice cored out apple. So thank you for that. Also, my Instant Pot is a new addition to my studio kitchen here. So you're gonna see a lot more of this. Thanks, Mom and Dad, and thanks to my wife for suggesting it to them. That has been an amazing tool to get.
Do we need this apple?
We need it.
Okay. So Bob's gonna show you a different way to core and cut up the apple.
This is a lazier way, less skilled. So just cut it into quarters, and then just scoop out the core.
See, that's quite a bit of apples. It's actually 5 pounds of apples. So you've got some fresh ground cinnamon sticks?
Yeah, I ground those sticks just for this.
So we're gonna use 2 teaspoons of cinnamon for the 5 pounds of apples. So let me find the teaspoon measure here. That's the big one. Yep. So we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. There's 1 and there's 2. Oh, that smells amazing.
Can't beat fresh ground,
Love cinnamon.
man. You just can't.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, put that there for now. And then we're gonna use, it's half a teaspoon, I'm just gonna estimate half a teaspoon of nutmeg. That's good. And then half a teaspoon of allspice. Where is the allspice? Oh, it's right in front of me. Allspice. And then some salt. I don't think the salt's out in front of here. That's a great smell too. This is just, smells amazing already. Apples and spices are
just perfect. Everybody buys a spice. Save the container, grind your own, and refill those containers with your own.
Vanilla. There you go. What?
No, that's pure vanilla. I did not make that myself.
Okay.
Oh, I actually do have some that was homemade though. So if you need more, this is homemade vanilla.
Teaspoon of vanilla.
You need more?
No, this is good.
Homemade.
Save that for like,
Just a, we'll go a little.
all right. Well,
Just a little. Okay.
and then, so we're gonna add some sweetness to this. Whoops. So we're gonna do half a cup of, we're just gonna pack half a cup of brown sugar into this. Yeah, just push that down so we get. All right. Teamwork makes the dream work.
I think we're good.
There we go. And then a 1/4 cup of cider. Now, I think you should tell about the tip that you told me about how to use a 1/2 cup.
Get a 1/2 cup out of a 1 cup measure.
Yeah, but this is
or a 1/4 cup out of a 1/2 cup.
Yeah.
If you hold the cup measure on a diagonal and you fill it with liquid so that the liquid touches the high side of the bottom and the low side of the top, you have exactly half of whatever volume of that bottle, measure, anything. You can use any vessel to measure half of that vessel.
Math.
2-minute mysteries. Find those books and buy them. They will make your kids think.
All right.
All right. Ooh, a little brown sugar.
So now we're going to actually plug this in
Nice.
and seal. Set it to sealing. Close the thing so you hear the nice little song. 8 minutes. Yep. So we're going to, what did we say? Manual for 8. It's already set to 8. And then just let it start.
That's it.
And then it's going to take some time to heat up, as you are familiar with if you've used the Instant Pot before. It's going to come to pressure, the timer will start counting down, and then what you should do is let it do mostly a natural release once it stops, or if you get impatient, after about 15 minutes, go ahead and do the quick release.
Hit the switch.
Yeah.
If you don't have an Instant Pot, you can use a slow cooker, but it's probably going to take about 3 to 4 hours. You can use a regular pressure cooker at about the same amount of time. From the minute it reaches pressure, give it about 8 minutes. And if you have neither, you can actually bake these in the oven. You put the liquid and make a very tight seal around the top, bake them in the oven for about the same 4 hours at about 350 degrees, and you'll get pretty darn close to what's about to come out of this.
A few moments later.
We let it go for the timer, until the timer ran out, and then we let it do a natural release for 15 minutes, and we got impatient and decided to do a quick release, which only took maybe a couple of minutes after that.
Yeah.
Because most of the pressure had already subsided from the temperature dropping. So let's take a look.
Let's take a look.
All right. So what we've got in here is some cooked down apples. So now really it needs to be mixed together. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use this really handy immersion blender, which is great if you got an Instant Pot, because there's a lot of times with an Instant Pot that you're going to want to blend stuff. This is one of those times. We want to blend this smooth. Go for it. instant extra footage.
So the immersion blender, you're gonna have to keep picking it up and until you get all the big stuff broken up. Then you actually just kind of move it around, keep it close to the bottom, and it'll suck things right into it. Think of it as an upside down blender. That's all.
2 very boring minutes later.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna continue to cook it.
We are?
Yeah, we're gonna cook it on. So at this point, switch it to saute. Right. So I've switched it to saute, and what saute will do is it'll turn the heating element on, and it will actually bring this thing back to a boil, and that's what you want. We're gonna simmer it, cook it down until it's at a nice spreadable thickness. Right now, it's applesauce. We want apple butter. We want something that we can spread on things.
This is kind of the idea of what you want to see happening. Hold it at an angle, keep it on the bottom, you'll get this. You can do other stuff like raise it up. This is just a little more work to get it where you want it. You can just put it on the bottom and hold it at an angle. There you go.
Right.
Make sure you let go of the button. Before you pull out of the molten lava apples. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, this is essentially molten lava in apple form. So simmer it for about 10 to 15 minutes. You don't have to go nuts. Remember, we're just trying to get rid of some of that liquid. I'm trying to scrape the bottom.
Ice cream.
Oh, ice cream, yeah.
Vanilla ice cream and pour that on top of it. It's just down the street. We'll be right back with vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, that's really thick. It's thickened up quite a bit. We let it sit for what, 15 minutes, give or take. It's cooled down a little bit, and so as it cools, it gets thicker.
We have rum raisin ice cream.
Yeah.
Like we said.
That's right.
So
I think we said vanilla, but rum raisin is a genius idea because the rum and the raisins and the apple, it's gonna go great.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Apple butter. I've never made this in my entire life.
Oh.
My God, dude.
That's really good on that ice cream.
That is an insane combination.
I'm surprised that I don't feel like I want to adjust the flavor at all. And the ice cream makes it really easy to taste this. Like you're tasting, like I'm getting ice cream and then bam, apple flavor.
That's a little more.
And I think those spices are really enhancing the apple. They're not overpowering or anything. I'm not getting too much cinnamon.
That's the crazy thing. I don't taste allspice, but I can taste the allspice. I don't taste nutmeg, but I can taste the nutmeg. And what I mean is, like, you don't taste it until you try to focus on it. The minute you stop them, nutmeg. No, oh yeah, there's a nutmeg.
Once I dumped it in there, I was like, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about the amount of allspice and cinnamon that I put in the Lebanese recipes.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, like I thought, oh my God, we're gonna eat this and it's gonna be like spices.
I was expecting it to be more savory. Thanks for watching. You know, if you like this, please subscribe and turn on the notifications so you know when we publish the next video. Throw us a like. Leave a comment below. We really do like comments. We read every single one. We respond to everyone.
Yeah. We want to make more Instant Pot videos. So if there's anything that you think, hey, I like to eat this, I want to know how to make it in the Instant Pot, throw us a comment.
Yeah, especially things that you're like, hey, this thing's crazy and takes a long time. Let us know. We'll try to find a way to make it fast and just as delicious.
That's right.
And as always, you know what we always say?
You can cook anything.
You can cook anything. Do you see that? That's from my cousin Shannon, his sister. You're the best. That's awesome. Thank you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Nice work.
Yeah.
Thanks.
This is good eating.
It's freaking great. So, give me your bowl so I can put more ice cream in it. Because I think we deserve it.
That is really good.